WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
And I'm WUSA 9 meteorologist Topper Schutz. We are in a locked-in a summer pattern here, so we'll talk about the weather impact, the when, the rest of the week, and really into the weekend too. Daily storm chances, yes. The storms that develop are capable of producing locally heavy downpours, which could lead to localized flooding. But you know what? Even though we have storm chances, you still need sunscreen and your sunglasses along with the umbrella. I think on Tuesday will be okay. I think it's mainly dry Tuesday, mainly dry Thursday. Best chance for storms will be Wednesday and Friday. But, you know, you want to track them right along with us? Download the WUSA 9 app. Okay, so if we graph out Tuesday, sunshine to start. Temperatures, toasty. The heat index is in the red box there. So 86 at 3 o'clock will feel like 88. 86 at 5 o'clock will feel like 89. Notice clouds kind of thicken up and come in late afternoon into the evening. But mainly dry. I mean, could we see an isolated shower? Yes. But I think if you have plans on Tuesday, keep them. If you don't have plans on Tuesday, you can make them. It'll be a little better day than Wednesday, I'll tell you that. I'll show you this on Futurecast. 6 o'clock Tuesday morning, we have this northeast flow. Temperatures in the 60s and low 70s to start. A delightful start Tuesday morning. Temps back in the 70s by mid-morning. Pretty good camp day. Back in the upper 80s downtown by lunchtime, but low to mid-80s. Hagerstown, Frederick, Waldorf, and Fredericksburg. You could take lunch outside on Tuesday. Really, not that bad. By evening, upper 80s. We see a couple of showers, down into parts of southern Maryland, south of the Tappahannock area. And that's, it. And again, easterly winds. We get into 10 o'clock Tuesday night. Okay, still in the 70s, kind of tropical, but dry to walk the dog. We're seeing some showers down to the south. And some of those showers will work their way northward through the night. But then by 6 o'clock in the morning, they're mainly north of D.C. Well, they're well north of D.C., mainly north of the Maryland-PA border. And temperatures, again, a little muggy, low 70s to upper 70s. That's Wednesday morning. Wednesday at 9 o'clock, still some scattered showers, but just more clouds than anything. Now, we get into the afternoon. There will be some breaks in the clouds, and temps are going to get very close to 90. I think 90 is a little overdone. I think we'll be in the upper 80s because of that cloud cover. And then by 6 o'clock, you see a couple of isolated showers and storms. Temperatures mid-80s to upper 80s across the board. And then, you know what? Wednesday night looks nice, too. Toasty, 82. That's at 10 o'clock Wednesday night, but low to mid-70s in the burbs. Still fairly comfortable outside the Beltway. So here we go. We got training camp again on Saturday. Gates open at 7:30. Practice starts at 8:30. It looks a little warmer than this past Saturday, so mostly sunny, though. 74, 81, 9 o'clock, 11 a.m., 86. Little on the toasty side. Now, things you need. You need sunscreen, obviously, and sunglasses. Bring a water bottle. Bring a blanket, and take pop a squat somewhere to watch the players. What to know? I mean, yeah, you're going to get a chance for a photograph and an autograph. So opportunities are limited, but the players are right there. And then on-site, gray lot, carpool if you can. And we'll see you out there this Saturday morning. Well, a bunch of us from WUSA 9 will be out there. High temperatures. Well, we're going to say upper 80s Tuesday, Wednesday. Could we touch 90? Yes, if we see enough sunshine. But after that, I think we're in the 90s, low to mid-90s, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And as we get into these mid-90s, heat indices will again exceed the century mark for the first time in quite some time. So we've been on a pretty good run without anything super hot. But once we get into the 90s over the weekend, we kind of stay there. 96 Monday, low 90s Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe we fall back to the upper 80s the following Thursday. Average high now is 89. So the average highs are coming down. Pickleball forecast looks fine. It's just humid across the board. You can stand the humidity. You can play at 5 o'clock. If you want probably the best time to play, maybe around noon in terms of temperature versus humidity. But you can play morning, noon, or night. So here we go. Upper 80s, isolated storms on Tuesday, scattered storms on Wednesday, 87 both days. And notice we don't have a storm on Thursday, just isolated storms on Thursday. So I think you can make plans Tuesday and Thursday. I really do. Friday, we're kind of back to that scattered storms. Nats back in town hosting the Reds. I mean, I think the game will be played. Could there be a delay? There's a slight chance. Scattered storms on Saturday. And we're in the low to mid-90s here both days. Just isolated storms on Sunday. Nats still in town. And then Monday, more storms. Temperatures by Monday back in the mid to possibly upper 90s.